35-year-old Eduardo Sierra was a very devout Christian. He would travel all over the world for business, and every place he traveled, he would try to stop in at a church to pray. And one day, on his way to an airport in Stockholm, Sweden, he found a church just a couple blocks away from the airport and decided to stop in for some prayer. But when he walked in the church, he saw that it was empty, and in fact, the only thing he saw was a closed casket and an open condolence book. When he walked over to look at the condolence book, he saw that it asked to pray for Jens Svensson's soul. Eduardo was pretty upset when he saw that no one had signed the condolence book, and so he decided to pray for Jens Svensson's soul for as long as he could. After praying for about a half an hour, Eduardo signed his name in the condolence book and left the church. Shortly thereafter, he made it to the airport in Stockholm, where he hopped on a plane and headed home. Several weeks went by, and Eduardo had pretty much forgotten about the church in Stockholm, Sweden, when he received a call from a representative of the Swedish capital. The representative called to inform him that he had just inherited millions of dollars. Of course, Eduardo believed this was a scam, and he asked how it was possible that he had inherited millions of dollars. And that was when the representative told him that it was because he had prayed for Jens Svensson's soul. According to the representative, Jens Svensson was a very wealthy real estate dealer who had no living heirs. Having no family to leave his fortune to, Jens Svensson specified in his will that his estate was to be divided upon anybody who prayed for his soul at his funeral. And since Eduardo Sierra's name was the only name in the condolence book, he inherited Jens Svensson's fortune. There are many people who believe this story never happened, but the original reporter insists that it did happen and that he just changed the names of those involved to protect their privacy. Whether or not the story is true, it is a fine example of that old saying, "No good deed goes unpunished."